Welcome back, guys. What an exciting turn that was. We're another commander down and another turn down. So let's find out what actually happened this turn, and then we can figure out what we're going to do in turn 9. If you haven't already, do please like and subscribe. Also go and check us out on Facebook, so you can always be kept updated on when new videos are coming out, and you can also share what you're working on. So for the campaign, we're using my own rule set. It's called Beggars and Scoundrels. You can go and purchase it on my Ko-fi channel. The link is in the description. So, for those of you that aren't aware where the 1814 campaign is set, it's set in France itself. So with the orders given last turn, it was more a turn of manoeuvre. Ney, with the initiative, managed to manoeuvre north and managed to escape the trap that was being set by the Allies, and was able to head west to link up with Napoleon. Down in the south we had the French reserves, who were sent east towards Troyes to block that entranceway, but also block the Austrians from escaping from the north. And the Guard Corps was sent down to follow up and engage the Austrians, who had withdrawn from last turn, and they were supported by the cavalry reinforcements that the French had just received. The Allies had were manoeuvring their troops into the centre to consolidate for next turn. And so it was a defensive fight, but the French superiority in artillery really told, and after a couple of turns the Austrian guns were knocked out and the French just sat back. They didn't need to advance and take the positions at the bayonet point. They just bombarded those Austrian positions. So although initially the Austrians in their defensive spots was doing them a lot of good, it just didn't really work out, because they were just taking casualty after casualty and not being able to give anything back. So they decided to withdraw from the fight. However, with the French now with superiority of cavalry, they were able to catch them once and inflict even more casualties, and as they withdrew they caught them a second time, and it was at this stage that the Austrians finally had to surrender. They were cut off behind enemy lines, severely depleted, with no option left, and that's when Schwarzenberg himself was captured. So what options do we have now for the Allies? One army group down. Things aren't looking too good for them. So option 1 sees a general advance across all north, centre and south. Our southern troops try to secure Troyes, whilst the centre and northern go after Napoleon. Option 2 is just everyone goes against Napoleon as fast as they can into that central region to try and catch him. And option 3 sees Blucher and the main force go after Napoleon, whilst all of the reinforcements from the last few turns fan out to occupy territory, and then that way we have more of a chance of securing victory points. As for the French, on the other hand, our first option sees the French consolidating into 2 mutually supporting army groups in the central regions. That way, no matter what the Allies do, the French can unite pretty quickly and engage where they're needed. Option 2 is a slight variation on that. The Reserve Corps moves up into a sort of south-central position to secure the southern flank, whilst everyone else converge in the centre to make a large army group ready for whatever comes. Option 3 is an aggressive strategy. It sees Napoleon and the Reserve Corps going after the main Allied force. Risky, but could pay off, whilst everyone else move into that central position. And the final option is for Napoleon, the Guard and the reinforcements to move backwards into a more central secure position, whilst the Reserve Corps advances to this sort of southeast to cut enemy supply lines. So let me know down below what you thought about the events of the last turn and also these options. Let me know what you think is the best strategy for both sides going forwards. But both sides are now kind of in precarious positions. The French, whilst having the strategic initiative, are very, very depleted, whilst on the other hand the Austrians and the coalition have just lost one of their larger army groups, so now they have to make up for that with everyone else who are a bit more separated. But as I said last time, if you're enjoying the campaign, if you want to get your hands on it, head over to the Ko-fi channel where you can pick up the rules which come with the campaign itself. Then you can fight it out either as we play along or just on yourself to see how you do separately. But anyway, till next time guys, I hope you take care.